ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Welcome to this week's edition of Masterpiece Theater. Do you love this chair? Come on, fancy chair. I've never been on the Roundtable before and so comfortable in my whole entire life. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Roundtable. My name is Robert Bannon, and if you're brand new to the show because you love David Cook, I'm so excited that you're here. I last week did this show on the floor because, as you know, I moved to Detroit 2 weeks ago on Monday, and I was like, I'm not going to sit on the floor. I'm going to take the comfy chair. I'm going to look like I'm in Masterpiece Theater on PBS. I needed a pipe. I needed an ascot, and I was ready for today's show. I am so excited that you're here. I even made notes. And you know, we never prepare anything on this show. Hi, all the new folks that are here watching. Hello, all the David Cook fans. David Cook will be on in about 20 minutes. Give me about 20 minutes of my introduction, and then I have a whole bunch of fun chat with David Cook. He's going to talk about the charity work that he does. He's going to talk about his new songs. He's going to talk about tour life. He's going to talk about American Idol. And we've had a lot of American Idol people on this show. And I was thinking about them all earlier. We've had David Archuleta. We've had Nick Fradiani. We've had Justin Guarini. We've had Deanna DeGarmo. We've had Ace Young. We've had Michael Orland, who's a music director for all the years here. He's a friend of mine. But we've only had one other winner, which was Nick, and now we have David Cook. And funny, you should know that we're going to have another American Idol winner, God willing, in September. But I'm not going to tell you who and why yet. You'll have to tune in and find out more about us here on the Roundtable. Hi, everybody that's watching us. I see a whole bunch of new people here. So thank you for being here. As Darius, my man, says, is it Thursday already? It is already Thursday. Hello, everybody. Hi, Christine. Hello, Robert, and all the Roundtable family. Your second show from Detroit. Yes, we are the second show coming to you from the beautiful 313 right here in Detroit, Michigan. My mother is here. Hi, honey. Hi. And everyone's so happy to be here. Hi, Mom. So happy you're here. And Fran is here. The family, the boys, the kids are here. So thanks. Hi, Mom. Hi, Aunt Fran. And let's see. Hi, Allison. How you doing? New friend here. Hi, Robert and all. Hi, Allison. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the Roundtable. We're here every Thursday live on YouTube with some of the best and most fun artists talking about art. And Teeny says, Carrie, to talk about her new gig. Well, he talks about some fun stuff. So you're going to have to check it out. And thank you for joining My Crazy. Whenever there's a lot of new people here, I always go, oh, my Lord, you're going to see my crazy show. Hi, Nemo Cook fan. Yay, Michael. I remember him doing the road for TV appearances with David Cook before they were sure David could manage on his own. He played guitar. He didn't really need the piano accompaniment. David Cook don't need no accompaniment at all. David Cook is a superstar for sure. So we're excited for that. My mother, find someone your mother loves. If your mother approves of your person, then you're in good shape because she's approved of Darius from day one. Mama Rose knows best. Hi, Catrice. I'm happy that you're here. Hi, Allison. Sure sounds like fun here. Oh, it's a wild time, Allison. Where are you from, Allison? Tell us. Hello, Elnad. Elnad, come on, Philippines. We love to have you here. A singer and a songwriter, a big fan of David Cook, one of our greatest influences ever. Elnad, tell us where we could hear your music, and we'd love to share it right here on the Roundtable. So let us know where you are. Hi, Kenyetta is joining us. I love it. Christine, I rarely miss live. All of you are a part of my weekly schedule, and we're so grateful for you. Hi, Albania. Where are you from? Tell us where you are. Allison is over there in Orlando. Well, you know, this show, we usually don't talk a lot about politics on the Roundtable because it's a show where artists can talk about art. But, you know, this is crazy political time. So I want to get everyone out of here because I know some of you are waiting to see the DNC tonight and Kamala Harris's speech. I know there's rumors abound. So I'm going to just give you a quick before we start. Yes, and Christine says, welcome all the new viewers. Wonderful. You can join us. Before we get started on our normal regular programming, here's our hot topic question of the day. It's smoking. So are you a political junkie? Are you somebody that loves politics? Have you been watching? Did you watch the RNC? Do you watch the DNC? Some of you are not even from this country. Some of you are in the Philippines, but are you somebody who watches, you get up, you check out the news, CNN, or do you say like, heck no, keep all that craziness over there. We don't need politics here in this world. So let me know what your thoughts are and we will share what we've got. And Kansas City is in the house. Allison says David's concert is my campaign tonight. Good, I gotta hear that, Allison. Darius says he's in the living room on the couch, just in case you were wondering. He's right there. The husband is right there. I love it. Hello, Buffalo, New York. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for being here. Many Cook fans going from here to the live stream tonight. Awesome. Tell David we said hey. He's wonderful. He's so great. What time's his live stream start so we can get started and get going at it? And Elnad's Spotify. Go to Spotify and there you go. Elnad, maybe you're gonna have to come on the show one day, Elnad, and talk all about it. We need to know all about it. Let's get started. Here is my breaking news. So the word on the street is that artist that Beyonce was spotted. Beyonce was spotted in Chicago. So we're going to, forget politics. I'm a gay dude. I'm not missing Beyonce. So we're going to get this show. We're going to get this show on the road here. I love David Cook. I love artists and music. I love Beyonce. So maybe she's not everyone's cup of tea that's here tonight, but we are not missing a moment of all of that. David's on at 8 o'clock. So I'll get you all out of here by 8 o'clock for sure. Here is a disclaimer alert before I give you more of my little moment of time that we're talking about in the times we live in. So we try not to be political on this show, but I feel like politics sometimes becomes personal and people are not politics. Politics is about taxes. Politics is about laws. But when you go after people, then I have a problem. So I just wanted to say that as I've been watching the DNC and I watched the RNC as well, and I saw the Obamas and Oprah last night, or I then saw Tim Walz. And Tim Walz, I felt very strongly to say this, has a son. And Tim Walz's son is nonverbal and autistic. He does not speak, and he has neurodivergent. And a lot of people have come out and said a lot of nasty things about him, like Ann Coulter, who attacked him on social media numerous times today. And I just want to say that here on the Roundtable, regardless of what politics you are, as a teacher of middle school, kids see the world as right and wrong, good and bad, nice, mean, bullies, and people who you run to for help and people who you run to hurt you. And this is a place there is no hate. Everyone is welcome on the Roundtable. We have everyone from every color, religion, gender, nationality, sexuality, all welcome here. And we are a place that encompass all artists and art. And no matter where you are in the world, from our friends in the Philippines or from the people who watch us every single week right here on the Roundtable, there's always a place for you here on the Roundtable. So as this saying says, I have no room in my heart for hatred. And frankly, I do not have time for intolerance. And that's how I feel about the world today. We don't have room to hate each other. All we can do is love on each other, respect one another, support one another. So everyone that's here, welcome to the show. You're welcome. No matter what you vote for, no matter what you do, we just love that you're here. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about my weekend review. Are you ready? It was a fun one. I had a good time. So this week we are continuing our journey to our oh, I have comments. Hold on. We have the replays tomorrow. Okay, best friends, come on. It will be on replay tomorrow. We have Christine clapping. Allison says politics are personal as an LGBT disabled person for me. I hear you for that. I hear you for that for sure. Thank you, Allison, for saying that. Yes, Janine, he does speak. He did say that was his dad. He has a nonverbal learning disorder. Right. He's not completely nonverbal. Thank you, Janine, for fixing that gaffe that I made. See, fact check me, Janine. Fact check me. I love it. And amen. And well said. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. And more people from the Philippines. Yeah, no kids. Leave kids out of it. We want to fight, go against each other, but don't leave people's families out of it for sure. So this week here in Detroit, as we've been our new journey to Detroit and all that fun stuff, me and my fiance, my partner, my husband, we went to the drive-in movie theater. There we are at the drive-in. Look at us. Look, Mom. Look at it. Your son is so happy. He's so corny and cute. And look at my man. Good golly, Miss Molly. Such a lucky person. So we went and saw Twister outside with the sky in the old school drive-in movie theater. So much fun. So thank you to Darius for taking me out on date night. The best thing about a drive-through is you get to bring your own snacks. You didn't have to buy the $10 popcorn. And we did a painting thing on Sunday with his sister and her partner, and we had a good time. We did one of those paint by numbers and had a fun time. And then I was stuck in Ferndale going to the gym. Ford took over a block, and they had all the old cars lining the street as Detroit, which we know from Motown and we know from all of that fun stuff, but the home of the American automobile for sure. And I start my new job as a teacher here in Detroit for the first time after working in North Bergen, New Jersey for 15 years as a 5th grade school teacher. And the first day on the job this year was over at Ford Field, because the school that I work in is a partnership with the Detroit Lions. There's the football field. So I guess I got to say go Lions because they pay the bills. And not that I know much about football. And as we were there, you saw my husband earlier in this picture. On one of the PDs, they played jazz music. And I was like, isn't that Darius? Does that look like Darius playing the saxophone? Apparently it was not. But I thought he had a whole other life that we were going to have together. I was going to send him out to be a famous saxophone player. But apparently no. So it was a great week. Everything's good, and we're learning and being and trying to figure out life here in Detroit together. And it's so exciting. We're doing it. It's time for the Shameless plug. We'll talk more about Detroit in a moment. Because I'm shameless. Well, to everybody who's new to the Roundtable, which there are many of you who are new to the Roundtable tonight, which is very exciting to me, I want to just say our shameless plug where we talk about what's going on. The Roundtable is also a part of the Broadway Podcast Network, which you can join us almost every single day. As I moved, the Broadway Podcast Network shows have stopped. They're up there every day. We haven't had one in about 2 weeks, but starting on Monday, we're back to one every single day. We had an artist on this week called Shani, who has 1 million Instagram followers and has been singing all around the world from people, all sorts of people. And she will be on next week along with a whole bunch of other people. David Cook's interview will be up there on the podcast network as well. And also, the Roundtable is also a part of Broadway World, where we talk to our favorite Broadway artists. David Cook did Broadway. We're going to talk to him about it in a moment. And this week, tomorrow, every Friday, exclusively on Broadway World, we have Douglas Lyons, who wrote Chicken and Biscuits, and he wrote Fraggle Rock for HBO. And now he has a brand new show called Table 17. The stars of Table 17 and Douglas will be here. It's running off Broadway. It's a show about if your ex called you and invited you to dinner, would you say yes? Not me. And what would happen when you go to dinner? So that would have been a good hot take question. Would you have said yes, or would you have said no? Next week's show is all about singers who sing. So join us next Thursday, everybody. Chelina Kennedy, who is a star of Beautiful on Broadway. She's a brand new show. And then cabaret stars Nicholas King and Seth Sykes break news about their New Year's Eve plan right here on the Roundtable. Lots of great artists and acts coming up in the next few weeks as well. We're here every Thursday, so make sure you stop by. I wanted to say thank you while we're talking about music and Spotify and all that fun stuff to everybody who's been streaming my new single for the summer, How Deep Is Your Love? It's on Spotify. You could find the links to it over on my website. If you're brand new to this joint, go to robertbannon.com or follow me, David Cook fans, and my Roundtablers at Robert M. Bannon so you could stay up to date. So I was looking at the Spotify link today, and I saw that there was like crazy numbers going on. And somehow on Spotify, 68% rise, but there's a 4,000% increase in listeners. We have over 1,000 listeners this past week listening to How Deep Is Your Love? So whoever you are, thank you. 1,500 of them coming from the United States and 181 of them coming from Serbia. So apparently we're big in Serbia. Serbia just loves a Bee Gees cover song. So hello, Serbia. And thank you to everyone that's in Brooklyn that's listening to this song, and Czech Republic. My grandmother was Czech, so maybe they're my ancestors. I don't know. So how funny is that? As Grace says, music is love. That's right, Grace. You are right for sure. Christine says we're two cuties. We are. And shout out to my sister, Renee, who created that painting night. And she's watching right now, I see too. Hi, Michelle. Where is there still a drive-in near Detroit? Michelle, are you from Detroit? Where's the drive-in? It's a town. Dearborn?
Yes.
Dearborn. It's in Dearborn. So that's what we know. Marie asks, is Taylor Swift performing tonight? I don't know. There's rumors. And Darius says he played the alto sax. I played the alto sax too. See, his sister right here says, how funny is that? Christine says she enjoys the Broadway World shows on Friday. Thank you. We listened to the Rewind album on the car down the shore this weekend. Thanks, Alyssa. Come on, let's go. Christine says we have fans all over the world. And Michelle says she is in Detroit. Where in Detroit are you, Michelle? Come on. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Speaking of Detroit, Michelle, I think we're up for our next part, which is the Detroit update as we chronic the move. Hold on to your hat. Let's click the button.
You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. What up, though?
Well, I've been here 2 weeks on Monday, and I'm so excited to be here in the 313. And she's an East Sider. Michelle is an East Side of Detroit. Well, thanks for being here, Michelle. I was over in the East. I love Eastern Market, and my husband works in the East Side of Detroit. And so we're on the West Side. So thanks for being here, Michelle. I hope you join us every week here on this crazy show. And I'm excited. And Christine says I have fans all over the world. I don't know about all that, Christine, but I appreciate the people who are here and watching it. And last week on this show, I ate a coney dog live on the air. So this week, firstly, I was so excited while I was driving around the West Side of Detroit that I ran into, there's a lot of fried food in Detroit, folks. Like a lot. So I saw Gus's Fried Chicken, and I went to the Gus's Fried Chicken in Memphis. I instantly had to text my friends. Mike said he was going to pack a bag and come to Detroit instantly because we had Gus's Fried Chicken. He told me I had to go and eat Gus's Fried Chicken, but since I'm trying to stay skinny 9 months for a wedding, I went to the Whole Foods and had a chicken salad. But that's besides the point. Detroit, my favorite things about Detroit this week, last week we talked about the Coney. This week, we got to talk about Motown, right? So Hitsville, USA, right here in the middle of Detroit. Talk about music and art. Talk about David Cook and music that inspired him. Back the first time I came to Detroit, when I first met Darius and first performed at Pride, there we are in the front of Hitsville. And here is my husband at the M of the Motown. So I have not gone to the museum because I'm waiting for my mother and my mother-in-law. We're going to have a moment together. But my mom loved Diana Ross, and she's going to go to the Motown Museum with us. We're going to save it. We're going to make an event. And as I'm getting married next year, 9 months, Mom, I think I found your dress. What do you think? Yes? Come on, Mama Rose. Break out the crinoline. We could ask Miss Ross to borrow it. My mom will take, yes, my mom says, can't wait. Yay, let's go. Mom, I'm ready for you. The red crinoline dress. Do it up. Allison says global domination. Yeah, I don't know about global domination, but I love that some of us are here from all over the world. Thank you so much, Allison, for being here. Mama Rose says she loves it. So here's the thing. I've learned so much about Detroit. So today we are going to do our Detroit moment. These are two companies that make potato chips in Detroit. And Janine, who, thank you for Janine, says Queen Diana. Yes, yes. And Darius says, I love you, but that's a big no. I think it's a big no for Diana Ross now too. And Marie says, I can see that. That's so funny. And I like Janine because Janine, you helped me out before, trying not to say the wrong thing. So we're gonna taste test these. Now Darius says Uncle Ray's is more flavorful, made in Detroit. And then the Better Made are the famous ones. So we're trying to get into our Detroit life here and be, oh, Michelle says Better Made for the win. Ooh. So Uncle Ray's, they're good. Uncle Ray's has got a good barbecue. I like it. See, that's why I went to Whole Foods to eat potato chips. Now, see, these are spicy, so that's not fair. Michelle says I need a Faygo, but I was gonna get a Faygo, but then I thought, what am I gonna talk about next week, Michelle? So you have to come back next Thursday when we'll Faygo taste test. I want to try a Faygo ginger ale versus Werner's ginger ale. Oh my gosh, what is gonna look, Michelle? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean, and I have to live with my husband. I like the Better Made. They're good and they're hot and spicy, but this barbecue flavor is good. Maybe I got to try a different flavor of Better Made. Here. How's it been? Oh, Michelle says Werner's by far. Werner's then Faygo ginger ale.
Oh, yeah.
He says yes, 100%. Well, there you go, Detroit. Michelle, I'll meet you at a gas station, and we'll have a Werner's together. I would like a diet Werner's. Here's our Hey Friend Hey, and then after Hey Friend Hey, David Cook is here. You've been waiting so patiently.
I'll be there for you. How you doing?
The husband did the how you doing. And I know that Christine has a dance that she does for it and everything. Michelle says she's on. All right, Michelle, get ready. Do you live by the water? What is that place called over there by the water in the east side? It's called Grosse Pointe. And then there's like a little area that's like, where are you, Michelle? I'm coming over right now. Well, our Hey Friend Hey first. Indian Village. We're gonna shout out our friend Janelle is here. Janelle watches the show. She's a roundtabler about this entire show. She's watched from the very beginning. She lost her mom this week after a battle, and she was by her side, and she was there for her while she went through all sorts of her medical issues, and is a good daughter and a good mother and a good friend to this show. So we want to send our heartfelt love and prayers and condolences to our Lots of Lattes here at the Roundtable. You become a family to us. We spend every Thursday together, and we just want to send our love to you for sure. Thank you for being a part of our show, and thank you for sharing your journey. We know the best is yet to come, and your mom is watching you and super proud of you. So much love to you from the Roundtable family. Let's all send love to our Janelle Lots of Lattes for sure. Allison, so we love you, Lattes. Allison says if we're talking about gas stations, we have to talk to David Cook about quick trip stuff. I don't know what a quick trip is. What is a quick trip? And Michelle is from St. Clair Shores, which is a fancy, nice area over there. So there you go. Hi, Michelle. And we send love to Janelle and our Hey Friend Hey. Also want to say on Hey Friend Hey that our guest on the podcast, Laura Pritchard, who writes environmental novels, who is a New York Times bestselling author. She sent me her new book called 3 Keys. So if you're looking for something to read about a murder mystery that has to do with the environment, she sent a really sweet message and signed the book. Shout out to Laura Pritchard. She's out there in Mile High, Denver, Colorado. And if you're looking for something to read as you end the summer, 3 Keys is available wherever books are sold on Amazon, or go to her website. Thank you, Laura Pritchard. And one last thing before we send our good friend David Cook out here. Here's my favorite thing today. It's ridiculous.
You get a car! You get a car! You get a car! You get a car!
My favorite thing is family and friends and love. The people that are your tribe are my favorite thing. And my family, my father, at least, and my brother, my sister-in-law, and my uncle are all down the Jersey Shore. And they have been sending me pictures. And my favorite thing is being able to see them have a good time. I asked them for a picture to be a part of the show, and I got a picture of Jersey crabs. There you go. Not a picture of them. So I said, no, I don't want a picture of what you're eating, but I do see the hard seltzer, which is not my sister-in-law since she's having a baby. But I see the crabs. So I said, do I have a group picture? Can I show you on the show? And my father said the vote was no. They all said no pictures, no putting them on the show. So instead, I got this. So thanks, Papa G, for the selfie with the crab. Jersey crab claws for everybody out there. So shout out to family. Without family, what are we? We are nothing. That is for sure. Oh, yes. Janelle's latte says, love to you. I'm thankful for you all. Thank you, Lattes. We all send lots of love. Darius says, I'm thinking we have to do a roundtable meet and greet somewhere downtown. That's right, Michelle. Let's go. Michelle, come to Pride. My husband is a fancy pants of the Motor City Pride. So if you come to the parade or you come to Pride this June, make sure you stop by and say hey to us and watch the show. All right. Okay. I see you all here. Philippines is up late. I see you all here. I see, or it's early morning. David Cook won American Idol. He won our hearts. He won our souls. We love his music. Leave the lights on from time of our lives, all the songs that he has had, plus his new single, which is Deep. We're going to talk about all the things that is David Cook, so you all can get out of here and go watch him do a live stream concert that we talk about on the show. David Cook joined the roundtable, and we're so excited that he's here. Enjoy. Well, everybody, I'm super excited because, you know, here on the roundtable, if it's on Broadway World, if it's on the Broadway Podcast Network, if you're watching us on YouTube, our next guest has kind of done it all. From television to Broadway, we did some deep diving. He was in musical theater before he was a rock god, touring the country, raising millions of dollars for charity, selling 2+ million records, and joining all of us in our hearts, minds, and radio stations for a long time. I am so excited. David Cook, come on. Welcome to the show.
What's happening? I was like, what button do I need to push here? Let's go.
This is, we magically bring you in like a spaceship. Like, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
David, I was just listening to you on my way home from my survival job, and I was rocking out to the old stuff, to the new stuff. What's it like to look now at this litany? You have quite the body of work.
I think it just means that I'm getting older. I think it's exactly what it means. No, I don't know that I've thought about it. I don't know that I've ever really looked at it from 40,000 feet, if that makes any sense. It's more, you know, I still really enjoy the creative process. And I've been so fortunate, particularly, you know, I mean, I've been doing it for almost 26, 27 years now. But certainly the last decade and a half, you know, to get to kind of scratch that itch, not just writing my own stuff and getting to, you know, travel the world and play it. But to, you know, to get to do other things. It's been, yeah, man, I feel like the body of work is almost something that you pay attention to sort of after the fact. So like, I feel like I'm still in it. So, maybe one of these days I'll get to look back on it.
Well, we're here to talk about new music and you on the road. And, you know, one of the singles was out last month, which is called Dead Weight. And you have in your music, in my opinion, listening to you from the beginning of your recording career till now, you've become more personal. You've become more in-depth. You're not writing just songs that are generic, which are great and fun, but you are really telling your story with these songs, and it's deep. How has the journey, the evolution been as a songwriter?
You know, I think you, like with anything, I think the more you do it, the more you learn about it and the more you learn about yourself. And, I've picked up tools and tricks along the way that have sort of informed, my process. I think moving to Nashville, just over a decade ago was a big move for me. Cause I think some of the best storytellers in the world are here in Nashville. And so, to get to dive into that and, dissect my lyrics a different way. I think that's been really beneficial. Therapy has been really helpful too. So, yeah, I think to your point, you know, I think the lyrics being a little bit more emotionally bare and emotionally open. I think those two variables specifically inform it a lot. But I think past that, you know, I think just more life experience gives you more stuff to talk about.
Well, we want people to know that the single is out. You can stream it now wherever music is. You just wrapped up a gigantic tour. You were out and about. We were hearing and reading all the reviews, and I was checking out the set list like a good musical nerd. And you give the people the songs they want. You give the songs from the Idol generation and the first album. You give people the new stuff. How do you departmentalize and put together a show with all the pieces of your career?
I mean, it's a balancing act, you know. Obviously, like, there's songs that the band and I want to play that maybe the audience is just going to be like, all right, well, this is when we go to the bar, you know. But yeah, I think the balancing act there is acknowledging we're sort of in a service industry, and it's like, why would you not put your best dishes on the menu? And so songs like, you know, Light On and Come Back to Me and Time of My Life, those are songs I've been fortunate enough to play for 16 years. But um, those are more for the audience than for me. I sort of geek out when we get to play the newer stuff. I look forward to Dead Weight on the set list every night. Because it's just I don't know, the energy of a new song and feeling like there's this new creative thing that's out in the world that you were a part of. And yeah, but the shows themselves I feel like are less for us, the performers, and more for the audience. And that is honestly a lesson I learned on Broadway, truthfully.
At Broadway.
Hey, look at that. Oh,
Not
man.
Charlie and Kinky Boots for a run that was in that show. But I said you did everything from born in Texas, raised in Missouri, musical love, bands. The story has been told about the band before Idol, and then your work post Idol, and all of that. But you were an athlete. You were in theater back then. You probably could still make a mean drink because you were a bartender. Like, David, you did it all.
My favorite bartending story is it was like my second day bartending, and my buddy came in, and he's still a really good friend, but he's always been the kind of friend that'll like just tries to like trip you up. So he goes, he said, "Make me a whiskey sour," and I said, "I'd love to, but you're gonna have to tell me what's a whiskey sour." Which is whiskey and sour mix. So I was admittedly a pretty bad bartender, but yeah, I grew up. I did theater starting in middle school. Well, no, even further back, really, because I did like the Christmas pageant at my elementary school in second grade, and I got the bug for it pretty early, and it wasn't until high school. My freshman year, I didn't participate in theater at all. I played sports. I played football in the fall, basketball in the winter, and baseball in the spring. I went to go see some friends of mine that were in the musical that winter, and was just like, okay, I think I'm done with basketball. So gave up basketball, did the musicals, did Music Man, and then West Side Story, and then Singing in the Rain. Purely for fun, purely because I enjoyed it. And then my senior year, doing Singing in the Rain, I got a scholarship offer from that to go to University of Central Missouri and join their theater program. And I might have gone down that path more intentionally had the band I was in not start to find some regional success. But it was always kind of the back of my mind, like I'd love to go back to it because I love like the communal creative process. I love that like you're a cog in the machine as opposed to the machine. And yeah, Kinky Boots didn't disappoint at all.
Well, don't everyone watching right now, we were all fans of David Cook until we realized that he can throw a spiral football and tap dance and star on Broadway. David, some people, you didn't want to see me play basketball when I was in middle school. Now, if you wanted me to shuffle off to Buffalo and sing a little something, fine. But I was not slinging bottles and throwing footballs. And I'm definitely not rocking across the country.
Well, hell.
Yeah. Hey, when you got it, you got it. David.
Yeah, I'm a, what's the phrase? I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. Like, you know what I mean? I get
it.
Yeah. I was good enough at sports to like, be a contributing member of the team. No, I wasn't, I was never like making any All-America lists. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah, I was really fortunate. I kind of had a setup growing up where my parents were just like, hey, we don't care what you do, just do something extracurricular that's going to keep you out of jail. And I found sports, and I found speech and debate, and I found theater, and I enjoyed all of them, and found I don't know, found my people in all three of those.
Well, Broadway Love, we need you back, David. Come on down. Come to New York.
Down. I'm ready to go. I say ready to go, but I still got the boots. If Kinky Boots ever comes calling again, they still fit as far as I know. No, but I cannot overstate how a fantastic experience it was with Kinky Boots. Having not been in it for a while, I was really concerned and nervous about stepping into that world as an outsider. Um, because I know that there's a ton of really hungry, really good actors and actresses um, that would kill for a role like what I got to play with Charlie. And so my whole intention was like, I just want to go in, I want to do the story justice, and I want to be part of the team as much as I can be. And day one, like the cast, the crew, just so welcoming. And it was such like I don't know. I don't know why I expected it to be clickier than it was, but it was just really open community, and everybody like lifted everybody up. And so now, like this many years removed, because that was 2018. Some of my closest friends are friends that I met while doing the show, and yeah, man, I would relish the opportunity to do something again.
Well, we joke. I joke with you about being good at everything, but you, as we talked about evolving and being more personal from the very beginning of us introducing yourself to us. You talked about your struggles. You talked about relationships. You talked about your brother, and you've now recently talked about anxiety over the past few years. Which, I mean, my therapist has a house down the Jersey Shore paid off from my insurance.
And honestly, I think all the time, like I should have gone into psychology.
Why was it important for you to share? You talked about the Idol experience. I mean, it was a juggernaut. I mean, we look back, David Archuleta was here last year, and we've talked to a bunch of Idol family. Michael Orland comes on often. The Idol family of that time comes on the show. You were thrust into that world, and then 2 years later, you started to talk about having panic attacks and anxiety. Why did you share that? Why is that important for us to know?
I think because I'd been made aware of this narrative that I seemed so confident all the time, and how like the ups and downs that were shown to the audience, at large watching Idol, I just seemed like real even keel, and I couldn't have been further from the truth. And at first I was like, oh, well, that makes me sound, I guess, better than I am or cooler than I am. But the more I heard that, it really did start to bother me, because I felt like it sort of minimized what my actual experience was on the show. And so it started from that, almost as like, hey, I just want to correct the narrative. And then as I talked about it more, I would get told, by fans in passing, like how much that helped them, or how much, they appreciated me being that open. And that sort of galvanized me to continue down that road. But it's been a process. There's it's sort of this this snowball effect of I get anxious talking about my anxiety, which makes me more anxious. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so part of it is, I think selfishly, I'm forcing myself to talk about it as a form of therapy. And then, secondarily, I think if somebody else finds some solace in the fact, like, oh, that guy might have looked like he had it together, and, inside he's going nuts, hopefully that can show that you never really know what somebody's going through. And so if you make a habit of trying to meet whatever particular moment with kindness, then more often than not, you're on the right road.
Well, I love the song, the single you have about it. I love your conversation about it, because if you don't suffer from it, it's very hard to explain. And people think, just don't worry.
Just calm down. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you. I am like, my wife will get anxious from time to time. And my instinct is to say, it's not that big a deal. You just need to calm down, which is such a dismissive thing to say, because it's not, you're not acknowledging how the other person might be feeling. And so, yeah, it's If that song or that message invokes a larger conversation, then I guess mission accomplished.
Did your job.
Yeah.
Speaking of the heavy stuff, before we go back to being ridiculous and silly on this show, you have raised, is the truth that you've raised almost or over $2 million?
I don't know if we've gotten to 2 million yet. We're coming up. We're getting closer. I want to say next couple of years, I think we'll get there.
Oh, well over $1 million.
Yeah.
So you could buy things like the Race for Hope t-shirts and all sorts of, we try to do deep dive, David.
Yeah, can I talk about that shirt for a second?
Please
I love
do.
the back of the shirt. So originally it was supposed to be Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, which was the Walt Disney character that was the precursor to Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
So designing the shirt, I read that all this stuff had become public domain.
Oh,
And so-
okay.
Yeah. So while I was designing the shirt, I turned it into print, and that's somewhere between me designing it and the shirt getting printed. Somebody had bought the rights to Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. So we had to make this change to this like non-affiliated rabbit thing. So the shirt just my favorite thing about this shirt is that it is connected to absolutely nothing pop culture. There's a rabbit on that shirt for no reason at all, which makes me laugh. So anyway, sorry.
Well, your event with the rabbit, the team David Cook event, and all of the things that you've done, you've added such awareness to cancer and brain cancer in particular, and you really have used your body of work from the beginning. You have really used that, and I know that money has gone to research and to help many people who are and families. So another thing, job well done, David Cook.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I was so I am so fortunate. I continue to be fortunate to call Adam my brother, and Adam got diagnosed when I was still, I want to say late middle school, early high school was when he first got diagnosed, and went through his journey. It went in remission, and then came back within 12 months before I was on Idol. We tried really hard to keep it quiet. That was his wishes. Like, he didn't want to be part of the narrative during the show. And I don't even remember how it got out, but you'll note I never really talked about it while I was on the show. Yeah. But afterwards, I felt like what an awesome platform that I have at the moment. And, I need to do something with it, and I don't know, it all came together pretty quick, and I got involved with the National Brain Tumor Society, and the night before my first event with them, I had a show in West Palm Beach, Florida. Played the show, hopped on a plane, red eye to Washington D.C., and that's where the event was. While I was in the air, my brother passed away, and I found out when I landed at like 2:33 in the morning. The race was at 9 a.m. I go through all of it just completely numb, and but I think being a part of that event, particularly in that moment, sort of solidified my long-term relationship with that event. It's become this sort of cathartic thing for me and my family to attend every year. And I'm just I struggle with like taking any credit for the money aspect of it, purely because I'm donating my time, and which whatever, I've got the time to give, and but my fans and friends over the years have donated that money, and so I feel like the credit goes to them. If nothing else, I'm the middleman, which I'm happy to be.
Well, it's incredible, and I hope people can follow you on Instagram. They could go to your website and they could read more information. They could donate their money and then be a part of the walk next year. And
yes.
all of and you could buy the shirt with the I don't want to say bootleg.
There will not be a rabbit next year. So,
this might be your thing now. You might have
maybe it's my thing. I I will improve upon the design if it becomes my thing. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair to say. You you have virtual show. You do shows. Is it monthly? How often can we see you online?
Yeah, I try to do 3 or 4 a month. Some of them are like just acoustic performances for like an hour. I do we have a happy hour hangout where I make a cocktail and hang out and answer questions, and we play a game. And then this month we're actually starting we're calling it Sunday of Service, where I want the audience to bring in songs that they're excited about from other artists, and we can listen to them together and discuss them. And so I'm excited to see how that shakes out. And then we do I do an interview once a month with friends of mine throughout the industry and other industries, and people that I love and think are interesting and want my audience to know more about. So we do a deep dive with them, and it's been a lot of fun. We partnered up with volume.com and do like a little subscription service, and it's been it's been a blast. And for me, it's an opportunity to connect with people while I'm at home when I'm off the road, and I can still go upstairs at the end of it and have dinner with my wife, which is nice.
Well, starting August 22nd, August 25th, August 27th, August 29th, you are and then you're back on the road, and you'll be in Texas and Milwaukee and Tennessee. So it's davidcookofficial.com.
davidcookofficial.com. Yeah. davidcook.com, I believe, belongs to a gentleman who also lives in Nashville, who is Taylor Swift's music director. So
yes,
I occasionally get messages from Taylor Swift fans asking if I can connect them with Taylor Swift, which I think is hilarious, but I can't.
Well, at least it's Taylor Swift's music director. There is a Robert Bannon on Instagram that is just this 12-year-old kid, and I want to be like, give me back my name.
There's plenty of other David Cooks out there, some of which I just as well not be connected with. So if people confuse me with David Cook, the Taylor Swift music director, there's worse things for sure.
Yeah, I hear that. And you can go to David Cook official for the David Cook. Not that I'm saying the other David Cooks are not the David Cook, but
no, I'm saying that. Yeah.
I am too, David. And you can find all the information. And is this single a part of something bigger? Are we going to get another David Cook album?
I'm talking to you from my home studio on my recording setup, and I've got a folder here, demos and finals. So I've got other songs ready to go. So that the intention is to put together something bigger, and then go out on the road and support it. So my fans don't want to use the word sooner or soon, so I'll just say sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a controversial question for you about the music business. No, it's not that controversial.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Throughout your career, you now being in charge of your career, you now recording your own music, putting out your own music, is it freeing? The days of the big machine, the days of the image and the look and the telling you what to do you get to now just be the artist you've always wanted to be? And is that better?
Ooh, it's a good question. It's a big question. There's pros and cons to both. The control freak, perfectionist, anxiety riddled individual that I am. There's great things about having creative control, full creative control. And then there's opportunities to fall down some pretty deep rabbit holes. There's another rabbit reference. I'm
telling you.
So I think the pros are more creative control. The ability to kind of see your artistic vision through from start to finish. The cons are probably more budget side. You know what I mean? Like which, and again, there's sort of a pro in that too, because it kind of forces you to find creative ways to get stuff done, which can be fun. I think if I had the marketing and promotion budget of a major label, that'd be great. But the trade-off would be I'd have very little, if any, creative control. So all that's to say, I'm pretty happy where I'm at.
Well, we're happy as your fans. We're happy of the people who support your music. We love the evolution in the music, and we love this new single. It's out. It's called Dead Weight, and it was out. And
You've got that thing on speed dial, ready to go.
we're trying. You know, that's what we do here. Even the image of it, David, is so dramatic.
love
The drama.
Thank you.
Hand.
Listen, you know, I've been called dramatic before. I'll take it. Yeah.
That's why. I mean, look, that's dramatic.
that was a close second for the album cover for Deadweight. Close second. Yeah.
So we're gonna follow you. We're gonna be looking for the new music,
Yes.
and we're excited. And like we said, we thank you for sharing your heart and your art and your activism that you have shared, because it's inspiring. And you know, not to be corny, but you can come back to me anytime, David Cook.
Hey, I accept that. Right
We'll
on.
leave the light on. We'll have the time of our life.
You go. Oh, see, that's a whole thing now. That's good.
I may just use it. You have the rabbit, and I may just take David Cook titles.
That's fine. Please do. Promote.
We're so excited. When David Cook is in the road and you see him in your neck of the woods, look at the YouTube videos, look at the fan posts. He puts on a show, everybody. He's up there putting on a show. So make sure when he rolls through, you check it out and check out the new music as well. It's such an honor to talk to you. I'm so grateful that you spent time with us today.
Likewise, man. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Much love.
All right.
There you go. I told you I was going to get out of here at 8 o'clock so you can all watch his live stream. You can go right now to his website and you can check out David Cook live from his house. He's going to be playing songs for you in, let's say 9 minutes, everybody. So 9 minutes. If you're all here watching, go over there, tell him you watched the interview with us, and go see him do his songs and do his thing and hear what he's got to say. I'm so grateful for all of you to be here. Look, Jordan, I just said, where is Jordan and Johnny? We have some other Michiganders in the room today. Yes, I was giving my Barbara Walters. If you were a tree, David Cook, what kind of tree would you be? I've tried. By the way, I would just like to say, after Better Made lost to Uncle Ray's in my taste test, I did have Better Made pretzels, and they were very good. So go get them, Better Made people. I'm trying to learn this whole thing here. Thank you, all of you, for coming today. Let's see. We got wonderful chat with David. He's talented, caring, and I have a great admiration for all he does to give back. Thank you. Teeny says, mic drop, LOL. James says, great interview. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Alyssa says she loves him. Nemo Cook fan says, that was fun, Robert. Thanks. And Jordan, it's okay that you're late to the party. You missed Detroit. You missed Darius. You missed some potato chips. You missed next week. Don't be late, because we're going to taste Verner's and Faygo soda right here on the Roundtable. Oh, Lord, Detroit in the house. And Allison, great interview, Robert. I will come back to you. That's a good song. That is a great song. I'm so grateful that you all are here. I got you out on time. I got you out so you can go check it out. Oh, James says Verner's wins. People have such strong feelings about the potato chips and the soda. And we will be here again next week. We're here every Thursday at 7 o'clock. All of you that are watching for the first time, you're mandatory return, because now you're part of the Roundtable family. Thank you to everybody who's watching it. Thank you to my mom at home who sent Amazon packages here to make sure we had bug spray and tea. My mother is the best. And Jordan says that Verner's was whenever you're sick. I hear that. Thank you for teaching me how to be a Michigander. Christine says, see you next week. We should, yes, go back right back to the DNC. We'll be watching the DNC. Love one another. Listen, there are divisive times. People are out here. There is lies. There's not truths being made. People are trying to spread hate and injustice. They're trying to spread things to all of us out here in this world to try to make us be divisive and not love on one another. As Oprah said last night, it doesn't matter if it's a childless cat lady down the street. It doesn't matter who you vote for. It doesn't matter where you come from or what skin color you are, who you love, what you do. As long as we are here together, we need to lend a hand. And in this country, we're supposed to be a country where you help thy neighbor. We're supposed to be a country where you support one another and you understand somebody even if they're different. We're supposed to be a country where we love and take care of the ones that need it the most. We don't go after people when they're at their weakest moment or saddest moment or in the most need. We are a country that's supposed to lend a hand to one another, lift each other up so that when you're in need, someone's there for you. So let's love on each other and support on each other and listen to one another. There's more good than there is bad. There is more joy than there is sorrow. And there's more love than there is hate. We just got to look for it. The best is yet to come. I thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I'll make sure to leave the light on so you can come back next week. God bless you. Thank you so much. Is here. Yes, Queen James Howe, I hear you. Yes, Queen. And Grace is love. If you don't like it, mind your business. You know, Grace, stay out of my bedroom and I'll stay out of yours. Elnad, thanks for being here from the Philippines. Great chat with David. Hope to be a part of the show soon. Yes, your music is out and streaming now. Allison Hands, yellow heart, red. And Jordan says, see you next week. Jordan, I got to see you in person one day. You live here apparently. And I live here apparently too. From me to you, God bless you. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you next week, as I said already. But I don't ever want to leave you. But Beyonce may be on tonight, so I got to go. Bye, everybody.